the yucca with this corn, it's all different. And that would be good, and we'll put that in that one tray and put oil over it.
Okay.
And this one, the beans,
Yes, ma'am?
I grew these beans from scratch and I canned them, This is our traditional can opener.
That's it, man. You gotta play with it. You gotta finesse it.
I see it.
Temporary beans in here. They're little tiny beans from the Southwest that used to be the kind that used to grow here in California and we don't have anymore. But they're the little ones in there. And I get those from Arizona, but they're temporary beans. So this is going to be our bean salad. Kenneth over there, he's doing the deer stews. We got 2 stews going. One with just acorn dumplings, and then the one he's doing now will be all the veggies. Pete started the rabbit, and we're boiling it. Then we're going to shred off the meat, debone it, and add all the veggies like turnips, potatoes, carrots, celery, all the root plants. And that'll be the rabbit stew. Naphani's doing a lot of our veggies sauté, like succotash. So we got yucca blossoms, where she's going to mix some zucchini and corn and do a stir fry. She did dandelion greens and mustard chard with corn, a stir fry. So we have Savannah doing the relish. She's leaching it out, and she's leaching out the holly cherry flour. We're going to make a mush, holly cherry mush, which is one of our traditional foods. They're making some acorn bread and mesquite bread and date flour bread from the palms where you guys will make the rattles, the little seeds, but the fruit on the outside we got it, dried it, ground it up into flour, and that's going to be like a loaf bread too. So, Mavany did, you got yucca on your right here. We got, Mavany did a wild salad. Mavany wrote a wild salad. It has dandelion greens, mustard greens, mint, spinach, a bunch of stuff. Fruit.
What else you got in there, Rose? Jicama? Rose is chopping it up.
The only thing hunted really was the venison. The rest, we did have to store bought. So you guys need to start hunting rabbits.
Yes.
I had to hunt for rabbits at every store in Hemet. And Joe's Butchery, we got it. The Asian market.
Major market, you can get it too. Major market.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. This is rabbit right here.
Oh, that's one of the things that they bring in. How about olive oil first?
Oh.
I didn't see the butter on that olive oil.
You need a bigger pot for that one.
Olive oil, good squash.
Yeah, I am making the Howard date nut bread, and I am crushing walnuts to go into it. And we'll use what we have available to our hands. These are soaking. These are the dates.
The dates.
Yeah. They're soaking to go into the dry mix, and then into the oven it will go.
Okay.
And mustard chard, and some with zucchini, some with squash. I mean,
The yucca squash.
yucca. Yeah, there's one with someone with yucca blossoms in there. Let's see, the jicama salad. Who made the salad?
My mom.
Rose.
Made the salad.
And it's got, you remember what's all in there?
Yes, all kinds of wild greens, mixed salad greens like spinach, and then she even put in jicama and fruit, I think.
Pine nuts, some nuts.
Pine nuts, yeah. So,
Let's see. Luna did the squash. tell us what you put on your squash?
I put on butter.
Yeah.
And put some maple syrup on it and some cinnamon and nutmeg.
And let's see, the pumpkin.
Who did the rice?
I did.
Pete did the rice.
Yeah, wild rice, a little bit of nuts, seasonings, and vegetables, corn. What else we put in there? I don't remember what else we put in there. I mean, we did a lot of it.
Can you tell us about your rabbit stew?
Oh yeah, and then we did a rabbit. We boiled it first, put a lot of seasonings, some celery, onions, and then carrots, and then shredded it back up, you know, into the fine little meats, and then threw it back in there with a bunch of potatoes, carrots, and more celery. And turnips.
And then, let's see, who did the,
Roasted the
chia candy? She's coming. How about our We Wish maker?
That is I. Yeah, I made the wish. I mean, it was already ground and stuff when I got here. It was already leaching, so I just finished leaching everything out and then cooked it. There it is.
Rose, can you tell us how you did the chia candy?
Oh, yeah. It was just 3 nuts of the sunflowers, the pine nuts, and the pumpkin. Yeah, and just browned them and toasted them, and the chia seeds. After that, I dumped them in a pan, and then heated the agave. I heated that until it came to a boil, and then poured it over the nuts and stirred the nuts. Only I missed a bean, and I didn't put no wax paper in the bean, so it slid right out. Well, we got it out. Yeah. And it came out actually good.
And then we did, what else is in here? Oh, and then the deer, we have 2 venison stews. What's his name? Yeah.
Kenny.
Kenneth did, he cooked up one of them, he browned the meat and just cooked it by itself with some seasoning to come to a boil and got soft. Then he made, out of acorn, he made dumplings. And he made dumplings and just put it in there. So it's just venison and acorn. So you can really taste venison and the acorn, it's really good. The other one, the stew he made, he put all the veggies in it. So there's 2 stews there. So we have, the little one right here is just the dumplings and venison.
The venison and
And then, and the big one next to it is the rabbit stew, and then the next one is the deer venison with so I think that's covered most of it. And then our bean salad, is that out here? We use the temporary beans. Yeah, it's in there. Temporary beans and some other canned beans, but we do have home cooked beans in there, temporary beans. And it has wheat sauteed up, the corn and the potatoes with olive oil and all this magic seasoning. Just put it in there with olive oil and salt. So I think we are ready. This should, and then where's our bread makers? Who's our bread makers over here? We have acorn bread, mesquite bread, and then another bread is called date bread, but it's mixed with regular dates like you know that you buy at the down Palm Springs. But it also has from the dates like the little fan palm seeds like we put in the rattles, so it's little, with the fruit on the outside. And my friend Howard, Harvesting Howard, he gathers those things, he dries them out and grinded it up to flour, so it's mixed in there, so you get the natural our dates. Oh, we need our syrup. We have some palm syrup from our native palm trees, from the fruit. Oh my gosh, pour that on your bread, guys. Try it on your bread. I want ice cream and pour it on your bread. And then we have 2 teas over there. We have Woolly Blue Curls in the bigger picture, right there. That has Woolly Blue Curls, and the little white teapot has sycamore tea.
I was telling somebody years ago that, Thanksgiving time and everything, when we'd have pumpkin pie. I don't know how old I was when I finally realized Mama was making pumpkin pies out of the banana squash. You know, the long squashes. That was our pumpkin pie. I says, oh really? People actually use the pumpkins to make the pumpkin pie. Yeah, and just things like that. And there was always, for the holidays, you know, you kind of go to your staples like beans and tortillas, and sometimes that might be a meal. And but when there's a birthday party coming along, or a holiday, I just help with the pumpkin, cleaning the pumpkin, and really well. And then one of the guys, I think, Pete is the one who made the rice and everything in there. It was just the flavors were so natural, so good. You know, everything was good. Everything was good, and everybody participated. That's a good thing too. So it makes it even better, and we could remember those things. Well, there's a lot of meaning to the food because they have a lot of stories that come along with it. You know, Grandma Rose's tamales. You know, I mean, she made the best tamales, and to this day, you might pass by a store and say, "Oh, homemade tamales," and I say, "Roy, should we try that?" We know it's not going to be like Grandma's because she did everything from scratch. Everything from scratch. And even my uncle made the chili. We'd walk into Grandma's house and your eyes would tear up from the smell of the chili. It wasn't that it was hot, but she just put just enough in the tamales. Like everything was balanced. Everything was balanced, if that's a word you want to use. You know, it's good and it's healthy, and it's especially when your dad and uncles go out and hunt for rabbits or quail or whatever. They did it. I'm sure it made them feel good, you know, and we brought it home to Grandma and my mother and the other aunts to cook and to share the whole thing, sharing your food. God wants us to love our neighbors. Our neighbors are our relatives. It was very good.
This is my second cooking class with the elders, and I love coming here because she teaches a lot of really great information, things I didn't know. Some things I did, like for example, We Wish, which is something that I made today. Me and my family, I grew up always going and gathering acorn in various different places, so I grew up knowing how to make We Wish, so it was super easy for me here. It's something that I feel a lot of pride to make, and it's very beneficial in a lot of ways, this class, because it helps us get back to our roots and to remember that our land, our reservation, is just not some place that we live, but it's also a place that raised us and nurtured us all these years. So I think it's super important for generations to remember these things and to pass this information along. Not just information, but actually demonstrating it, actually getting in there and cooking it, feeling it, smelling it, tasting it. All that is really, really important. So I'm very lucky that I got to join this today and contribute to a beautiful meal with a lot of great people. I'm thankful for it.
Hello. Well, today we're here at Rincon, September 10th, 2025. And I think this is our third year doing this native foods cooking and tasting with the elders. And it's just been an honor and a pleasure. And we usually start out the week before, we do a native plants talk, and we talk about our native plants and how we use them. But I try to encourage them to share stories, what they remember with their families. And it's so interesting to hear the stories of they remember going out when they were young and picking acorns or hunting or different things like that. And so the elders shared a lot of that. And we talked about the importance of native foods and incorporating them in our lives, in our daily lives amongst all our tribes. And we watched a video of the Tohono tribe of southern Arizona, and how they were one of the highest rates of diabetes in the world. And so what their tribe has been doing is bringing back their native foods and harvesting and going out like as they used to in the past, go out as a community or as their clans or families to harvest their native foods. And so we watched that, and we looked at all of their desert foods are the same as our, like our desert Kauai people use, the mesquite and the cactuses and all of those foods that have this kind of it's a mucilage in there, like the slimy from the cactus, or when your beans thicken up, or chia, that helps to slow the blood sugar down in your bodies. As if you incorporate those foods, nopales and different cactuses and different seeds and plants, they all have this special mucilage in there that really helps that controlling our diabetes and things. And so we're encouraged to use them in your everyday diet. So we look at the old ways of cooking. How did our families used to cook, or our tribes a long time ago, and learn how to do that or continue that too, especially for ceremonies or events, but also how to, in a modern time, to incorporate them, and how to go out as a family and take your young ones out to pick the acorns and the pine nuts and yucca blossoms and the tunas, the fruit from the cactuses, and all these plants we had. So today we cooked, and we had 2 different soups or stews of venison, which my son-in-law hunted the venison, and they generously donated that to me. And I had to go hunting for the rabbit at different butcher shops, so we found that because nobody had any in their freezers. The rest we shopped at Staters, Aldi's, and Sprouts. But some of our main native foods are mesquite. Some we've grown. I have 8 mesquite trees growing at Sherman, and we harvest those and prepare them. Our acorns we still go out and gather. Our pine nuts we still go out and gather. The yucca we still go out and gather that. So a lot of foods we gather. And we made some wonderful dishes. One of the venison dishes was just venison seasoned up and cooked and boiled, and we just added acorn dumplings from acorn flour, and it was delicious, so that you could taste the flavor. It didn't have anything else in it, just those and your whatever seasonings you want. The other venison soup was ground venison, and that was seasoned up and cooked, and you just add all kinds of vegetables to it. And then the rabbit stew. They made the rabbit stew with all the root vegetables, so Brussels sprouts, turnips, potatoes, carrots, celery, so a lot of good vegetables to go with that rabbit stew. A long time ago, it might be more plain, just a few, maybe some barrel cactus buds or things like that. But we just made what we could get and what is healthy. We had several side dishes of like a succotash with yucca blossoms, with zucchini, with we did use some bell peppers. We did use corn also. It's about, I don't know, there were several dishes of that. Dandelion greens, chard, so a lot of fresh greens. Even someone brought the purslane from their garden. So just wonderful vegetarian dishes too. We had the bean salad that was with native beans called tepary beans that grow in Arizona. But I was told by one of our elders years ago that they were the same kind we used to have here. He said he has not seen them around in a long time. And so I used those tepary beans a lot. What else? We made chia candy. We made wee wish. We made holly cherry mush, which is kind of made the same way. You leach it out. Holly cherry has cyanide traces in it, and you leach it out. And we made a mush with that. It's delicious. We had from the palm seeds from our native palms that we use in our gourd rattles. The fruit from that, we made a bread with that. I don't know. I mean, I can't even think. There's probably more. Everything was so tasty and delicious. You like wipe your palate clean from all our fast foods and things, and you taste the real food. And everybody was so happy and excited, and to hear all the stories they share, memories, and a lot of them do know, have good memories of the past, and they try to pass it on. So if we keep doing this with our communities and harvesting and gathering and going out, we're taking care of the land, we're showing appreciation to the land and to what Creator gave us, and it's also part of our teachings. All of our foods go back to our teachings and living good and healthy. So it's just really, really good. It's a lot of work, but everybody pitches in, and they're cleaning up right now, so I better get back out and load up my car. But it's just been really a blessing, and tasted really good. Oh, and our teas, we had Woolly Blue Curl tea and sycamore bark tea. And I'm sure they're missing some things, but everything was really good, tasty. So appreciate it, and being invited to come out and work with everybody. I enjoy it, and we all work together, and it's really nice. So thank you.